a few more questions, guys. So again, yeah, thank you, MB8918 and Plastic Pinocchio. What do you think about relativity and how they plan to 3D print rockets to reduce the components?
Flight mission call.
Go ahead.
Please disable anti-geysering and confirm.
Pressing Kiro.
Confirmed to disable.
Okay, T-minus 1 minute.
Stage 1, confirm stage 1 is pressed.
Stage 1 pressed.
Stage 2, confirm stage 2 is pressed.
Stage 2 is pressed.
AV battery checks. High flow engine purge active.
Sweet. It's not actually steam, guys. That's condensation coming off the rocket. The rocket is really
Commanding
cold.
deluge on.
The liquid oxygen inside those tanks is minus like a minus 170 degrees Celsius, I think. Really, really, really cold. So you're actually seeing water vapor come in contact with that
systems
and condense, and so you're seeing like basically what you see with dry ice. It's just like cold water vapor, which is just crazy to think about.
Rereading engines.
All right, here we go.
5.
Get ready.
4.
Lights so fast.
3. 2. 1.
Yes. All right. That's a lens flare you see going down. I see that sometimes at night where people think something fell off the rocket. Just a lens flare.
Propulsion is nominal.
Again, this is their first night launch, so they're
as you just saw, we've had successful liftoff of Rocket Lab's STP-27RD mission on That's a Funny Looking Cactus. The next major milestone we're coming up to is Max Q, or Maximum Aerodynamic Pressure.
Guidance is nominal.
This is where the forces on the vehicle are at their greatest during flight. So let's listen in.
All right. We're going to see how they do tracking. It's probably pretty hard to track at night, although it's really bright, so it might almost be easier in some ways. You don't lose track of the rocket very, very easily. And
coming up on Max Q.
So Max Q is maximum aerodynamic pressure. That's when the aerodynamic loads in the vehicle are the strongest. So they throttle down a little bit to survive that. Oh, here we go. We might start seeing the twilight phenomena. So it's
and there you have it. Electron has passed through Max Q, or maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Coming up soon, Electron will go through a series of key mission milestones in relatively quick succession. Starting with main engine cutoff, or MECO, the 9 Rutherford engines on Electron's first stage will shut down in preparation for Stage 2 separation. Following this separation, we'll see ignition of the vacuum-optimized Rutherford engine on Electron's second stage.
Sorry guys, I'm having a little bit of lag here. I'm not on my normal Wi-Fi.
Entering burnout detect mode.
Five seconds remaining.
Alright, here we go. Here
Stage 1 MECO.
Oh.
Stage separation succeeded.
So cool.
Stage 2 engine started.
As you can see, we have had MECO, or main engine cutoff. Electron's first and second stages have separated from each other, and the vacuum-optimized Rutherford engine on Electron's second stage will continue onto orbit. Very soon, we will see the fairing jettison and fall away from the vehicle. The fairing protects the payloads during ascent, but it isn't needed once we ascend to the thinner parts of the atmosphere.
So don't forget, now it's actually flying away from the sun, so it's just going to get darker and darker. There goes the fairings.
And there it goes. Electron's fairing has been jettisoned to make way for payload deployment approximately 50 minutes from now. With the fairing gone, Electron continues towards orbit. Everything is looking great so far.
Guidance remains nominal.
Dang. So they got a ways to go here on this on the second stage burn. And don't forget, we're going to see, you see a big shiny thing. So you're seeing the single Rutherford vacuum.
This is Mission
optimized
Control
engine.
Auckland. Electron is performing as expected, and we're continuing on a nominal trajectory. Go Electron.
Stage 2 propulsion is nominal.
And then you see this shiny thing here in the top right, kind of, here, let me move my face quick. Like this. So this thing right here is basically one of the batteries. They actually have 2 or 3 of those, and they kick off 2 of them midway through their burn, and they do a hot swapping thing. That makes it so it ditches some dead
If
weight.
you're just joining us, we've had successful launch of the STP-27RD mission aboard Electron. We've had stage separation, and Electron is continuing onto orbit.
Let me see if I can fix this on my end a little bit. So yeah, so again, this vehicle runs on RP1. Someone asked how warm is or how cold is RP1? RP1, basically, you can just let it be at room temp, at ambient temperature. SpaceX does actually cool their RP1 down a little bit, but yeah, it basically likes to just hang out at room temp. You don't really gain much density.
Mission
by cooling
Control
it down.
Auckland checking in with you live during Electron's launch of the STP-27RD mission. As you can see, Stage 2 is continuing on its journey to orbit. Our next major milestone will be the battery hot swap. If you've watched our previous launches, you'll be familiar with this process, but if you're just joining us for the first time, here's what happens. Electron's Rutherford engines use electric pumps powered by lithium polymer batteries, but once these batteries are depleted, they're just dead weight. To overcome this, we perform a hot swap, where we switch over power from the depleted batteries to a fully charged one, providing a more efficient ride to orbit. So look out for the battery jettison shortly.
All right, so
Vehicles to the safe gate.
AFTS is safe.
so
HV
that's-
battery hot swap.
there's the batteries. Bye-bye.
HV battery eject.
So they just ejected the batteries, and they just safed the automatic flight termination system. So that means
As you can
that-
see, we've had successful hot swap and jettison of the depleted batteries. Stage 2 propulsion is nominal, and our trajectory is looking good.
Someone asked if this is real time. Yes, this is real time right now. I don't do any of those fake live streams. I just was tweeting about that earlier. There's that Space and Universe official account, which rebroadcasts saying it's live at all times. It's very misleading. Leads people to not know when rockets are actually launching. This is happening as we speak right now, which is really exciting. That's why I stay up late to
100
watch this
seconds
stuff.
remaining.
Yeah.
Speed is 5.5 kilometers per second. Altitude is 198 kilometers.
Just a bit of a recap for the launch of the STP-27RD mission on Electron. We've had successful ignition, Stage 1 burn, and stage separation, and we're now following Stage 2 as it continues onto orbit, transporting 3 satellites for
During
the
stage
space
2
test
burn at
program.
detect mode.
This burn will continue until around T+9 minutes, and then our kick stage will separate. So we've got about 1 minute left before Stage 2 engine shutdown.
And I'm guessing, notice that it looks like the color has changed. Unless it's actually, I could probably find out, but I don't think the nozzle is actually changing color. I think that what's happening is most likely with the camera changing white balance from red to, it's just kind of shifting now that it doesn't have the sun behind it, that the
30
limb
seconds remaining.
of kind of the earth being illuminated, that provides a good, clean white balance point for the camera. And now that that's gone, it doesn't really have anything to adjust. So it's probably trying to white balance to that orange, which is why we see a drastic shift in color. I don't think the nozzle is changing that much color. I should
10
probably
seconds
find out
remaining.
though. Well, the flame color wouldn't change. So the flame color now looks greenish, whitish, which would mean that it's a camera thing. Here we go. Engine cut off.
Engine shut down.
Yes.
Transfer orbit looks good.
Confirm stage 3 separation.
And with that call, we can confirm that the kick stage has separated from Electron's second stage. As we mentioned earlier, we won't be receiving video of today's payload deployment, so we've prepared a short video illustrating this process.
So here, this is probably going to show off.
At approximately T plus 54 minutes, the 3 satellites on today's mission will be deployed to precise, predefined orbits in quick succession. So stay tuned to our social media channels for confirmation of this payload deployment.
Oh, I love that they use my music. You guys. Silly old Rocket Lab. Friendly reminder, you can listen to my music anywhere. Spotify, Apple Music.
So with that,
Amazon.
we're going to end today's webcast. A huge thanks to the U.S. Air Force, their space test program, and our mission partners for choosing to launch on Electron. Thank you also to the FAA and the New Zealand Space Agency for licensing this launch. The entire Rocket Lab team would like to thank you for joining us for our 6th Electron launch, and we look forward to seeing you guys again soon. This is Rocket Lab Mission Control signing off.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, so we'll probably have to keep track of their Twitter feed here. I'll have that pulled up kind of in the background. But for now, we're going to kick that off so that we don't need to worry anymore, and we don't need to do the countdown clock anymore either. So anyway, friendly reminder, guys. If you don't already, be sure you can check out and you can listen to my music for free on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, like Amazon, Google